Welcome, everyone. You have arrived at the Awakened Mother Show. I am Reverend Wendy Silvers, and it is my joy and honor to be here in this sacred space and bring you raw, unfiltered, and transformative conversations. The Awakened Mother Show, as you know, dives deep into the realms of spiritual awakening, human potential, and mystical aspects of motherhood and parenthood. The intention is to present boundary pushing conversations with visionaries, spiritual teachers, wellness experts, and thought leaders who aren't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. And today, I'm so thrilled to have my friend and colleague here today, Jennifer Ruth Russell, who is a spiritual mentor, author, award-winning songwriter, and podcaster devoted to helping lightworkers awaken to heaven. Her sacred collaboration with Mother Mary is at the heart of her work, including Create Abundance with Mother Mary and a book about Lightbody Songs. As founder of the Angels of Abundance Ascension Academy, Jennifer guides students into divine communion, abundance, and she also has 14 albums to invite listeners to embody the joy, beauty, and power of their soul's light. She's got some really exciting events coming up, which we will share with you during the show. And what this particular podcast is dedicated to is Mother Mary messages and your awakening to your own ability to channel, right? We hear this a lot in the world, but we're going to do a deep dive into this. And I've known Jen for years, and she is just such a beautiful light and so clear and very courageous in her commitment to bringing forth truth. So help me welcome Jennifer Ruth Russell to the stage. Hi, Jen.
Hi, I'm so excited about being here with you. I love you so much, and it just feels so good to be here diving into channeling today. Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your courage, because we were talking the other day about channeling, and I know from the time I was a little girl, I knew things, I heard things, I saw things, I felt, sensed things. And I did not grow up in an environment where that was encouraged. It was actually looked at like, what did you say? Or how did you know that? And so I believe that I've been a channel, a conduit, since I was a child. And I believe there's lots of us that are out there. And when you first started doing the 7 Mighty Elohim, I was like, phew. So will you share with the listening or watching audience your route to where you are today with the Angels of Ascension Academy and Mother Mary?
Oh my God. I would love to tell this story because it's my story. And of course, we all like to tell our stories. But it was truly, it seems that ever since, well, our journeys are so unique, but I was raised in Africa as a missionary kid to Protestant Presbyterian missionaries. My grandparents were missionaries. My mom and dad were missionaries. I was born there. And, I came to this country, the US, when I was in my mid-teens. And I always felt like there was something more. And so my journey has taken me, seems like I'm always learning more and leaving communities. So I kind of left the evangelical Christian community. And the wonderful thing about spiritual evolution is you always come back and do a full circle, right? Everything is grist for the mill. And then I got into metaphysics and got it, that's where I met you, Wendy. And then I was introduced to another layer of higher dimensions of the 7 sacred flames by our dear friend, mutual friend, Jennifer Hadley. She said, why don't you come with me to the 5th dimension? I go, what is that? And she handed me a book, The 7 Sacred Flames by Aurelia Louise Jones.
Yes.
And I just it was like food for the most hungry part of my soul. That's how it felt at the time. And I just consumed it. And I was so fascinated because I've been working on my prosperity consciousness my whole life, right? And I was fascinated that on the fifth emerald green ray, that it is the ray of healing, it is the ray of manifestation, it is the ray of illumined truth. Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary are the archangels that serve on this ray. And abundance flows through the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And I was like, what does that mean? Because I had no relationship with the divine feminine at that time, none. So this is at least 14, 15 years ago. But that question absolutely kept guiding me. I thought, okay, I do want to create a relationship with the divine feminine. Mother Mary just kept coming up. There's a little statue you can see on my altar back here. It's just a little pencil looking like thing here, but it's the first thing that I got of her at some beautiful little vintage store in La Crescenta. I was like, okay, well, I'll put you on my altar. And then I started hearing different podcasts. I learned about the New Rosary and I embraced that. And I started just, it was almost like I was courting her, not realizing that all the time she had been courting me. And I found out when I was asked to come and be the musical inspiration for a conference in the Ukraine in 2013, which was amazing. That's when Crimea was still part of the Ukraine. And we went to Crimea and the Black Sea and had this amazing conference. And as we were going, we stopped by a roadside attraction. And there was this amazing picture of Mother Mary. It wasn't fancy. It was very demure. It was dull. But I heard her call my name. And she said, I want you to start communicating with me. I want you to start talking with me. And so it happened that innocently. And I would just sit and write down like one question and get an answer. And I remember, too, learning Reverend Michael's visioning process, right? There's always a place that towards the end when there's this open question, like, is there anything else? And that was always where I'd get everything, like the download was just like, oh, yeah. And when everything started to get even more into, we're doing channeling now. I didn't realize we were doing channeling, but I had a course, used to be a 90-day course called the Angels of Abundance, 90 days to what is exactly how I said it? Rewrite your blueprint around money. And I was using somebody else's book, and I wanted to do a 3-week process, a 21-day process. So I'm trying to gather material. And Mother Mary really strongly said to me, I want you to take a message every day for 21 days, and this is going to become a book. And I had no thought that I was going to be an author, And I said yes. And I think that's the relationship right there, Wendy, is like, there are so many ascended masters and archangels. This is an age of partnership. We're being asked to come and ask and open ourselves to listen, because we are no longer in that paradigm of child parents. We're in a true age of partnership. And there are so many divine ideas that are waiting to come through us. And, I'm just going to say to all of your listeners and to myself and to you again, are you willing to be that one that brings in the messages that need to be heard now? And so that's the story.
Oh, I love that. I don't know if I've ever heard you share that before. That's so magnificent. And I know that you have, African, so on your birth certificate, it says Africa, right? You're African.
Ethiopia. Yeah. My parents were American. So they were there on a visitor's visa. So I'm really I'm an American, but I'm an African at heart. I will tell you that. Yeah.
That's so magnificent. What a heritage. What a beautiful heritage. And it's so fascinating. I think many of us grow up, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I know for me, when I was growing up, I felt like I just was placed in this family. And I had this awareness, I mean, from the time I was really little, of a presence around me. And I can remember consciously I think I was 7.5, almost 8, looking at my brother, my parents, and I was like, they're what's called family. Like I had this other awareness of like, I don't really know these people. But this is what we do. We're called family. And it was something that never really left me, that feeling of being different, that feeling of having an awareness of something that other people weren't aware of.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest journeys that I've seen you demonstrate is trusting it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. I think there's something in me, and I don't know if I'm unique this way. I don't think I am. But if there's something that I know is mine to do, I'm going to do it. I just, because I know now, I spent so much time going down detours and avenues of like doing this and that. So when I know now that my true north of what's mine to do, I am like a little bulldog. I just like, hang on, let's go. I will admit I'm that. Yeah, because it's like, I really don't want to do anything else, because I don't know how you live on this planet right now without having a completely multidimensional spiritual practice. Because if you were looking just on this level of existence, it is pretty depressing. And it's no fun. It's no fun, right? But I tell you, I walk with the angels. I talk with them all the time. And Mother Mary is my mentor, which we all have a mentor. We all came kind of like the 12-step program. You always have a sponsor, right? True. And it's the same way with the Company of Heaven, all of the ascended masters. And Mother Mary is both an ascended lady master and an archangel. So she has the best of both worlds. And that's what I love about her. But we all have someone that's really guiding us into our spiritual evolution, which I call ascension. So we're not really meant to do this alone.
What's something that I think is really wonderful is that a lot of times people would talk about, in religious communities, channeling is not such a good thing, right? But there's prophet. You have prophecy. And it's all human made, these rules and regulations. It's almost like I often feel spirit is like, I'm here, just call me, invite me in, I'm right here.
That's it.
Right. And yes. So let's just, for everybody that's listening, here's what's really important too. You don't open up while you're under the, influences of alcohol or any form of drug. You don't just go into the middle of a mall or a concert and decide to download the Ascended Masters or channel. That's not the best thing. There are ways, and that's why what you do, what I do, that's why we help people ground so that they can open and receive. I would love the divine impress of what's around, and what you spoke about is what's mine to do. People are always saying, what's mine to do? I believe there's clues, right? Like that, I remember years ago, there was a minister at Agape, and Judy, and she was very, very funny. And she and I were talking. I don't know if I was in ministerial school at that time. I might have been, I'm not sure. But she said to me, spirit is a nag. And I just started cracking. What do you mean? She's like, well, when spirit is trying to get your attention, it will not relent. And I really believe that's what you're speaking about. I mean, there you are in Crimea, right? Where probably your prayers at home had been, use me, I'm here for you, I'm open and I'm available. And there you are in Crimea, looking at this, what you said, this a painting or a picture of Mother Mary, and she says to you, I want you and I to start communicating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is such a two-way street, and then I realized she had been courting me all this time as well. So, because all the signs were like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, you start remembering things. But I have to say, and I'm so glad you said that it is a very deep sacred union.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something at all to just take lightly.
No.
And let me see if I can try this. It really
Right.
is about you sitting still and anchoring into your beloved presence, the divinity within you, because that is the open door for everything.
Mm.
And I think I need to say this really clearly, like it is the first step of you really coming into harmony with your own divinity. Mm-hmm. This, and what I call it, the I am presence. You can call it higher power, whatever, but this is that part of you that is your real you. It is that part of you that is already ascended, that part of you that opens the door, because it is the divine authority of your being.
Yes.
So if I'm just like sitting around having a beer going, okay, Mother Mary, let's have a chat, it's not going to work. It's not going to work like that. It does not work like that. It works when I'm going, okay, I am anchored in my own divinity. I am anchored in the peace and the beingness of my light, my light body. I am absolutely here. Mm-hmm. And then I go through the authority of my I am presence. I open up this channel. And then I have a ritual that I do. It is a ritual. And I will tell you, I think it really is mostly for me than it is for the communication. I think that communication, because I know it's there all the time, but it really is a way for me, and especially when I take others through this ritual, it really brings us into the Holy of Holies, or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. It's really perfect, beautiful place. Yeah, of communication, of partnership.
So let's just take a moment, just right there. Let's just take a moment and breathe. As Jennifer so beautifully articulated, let's just move inward, touching that place within. And Jennifer, if there is anything that you would like to speak into this space, or if there's Mother Mary would like to say anything, please feel free.
And absolutely. Well, I feel guided to take everybody through this ritual.
Okay.
I think it will be really helpful. And then we'll just see what Mother Mary has to say today. And is there any topic or any question that you have in particular that you would like to ask today, Wendy?
Personal power.
So we're going to answer this on a general, in a general sense, for how all of us can step more into our personal power. So I just invite you to come into your heart and start breathing right there. If you want to just put your hand on your heart, the angels always communicate through our heart, our feeling tone, our beautiful body, emotional body. So just allow yourself to feel a sun right there, just glowing in the middle of your heart. It is your beloved. It is the I am that dwells right here within you. Just recognize it. And allow your breath to go deeper. Slow it down. And feel that breath on the out breath starting to just spread the sun throughout your physical body. Just feel yourself very present in your physical body. And we're going to anchor right here down into the earth. Anchor. We're going to ground ourselves into this beautiful planet that has agreed to hold us steady for us to do our work here. So I'm just going to invite you to take your place. And we're going to feel this anchor just send roots down from your feet and from the base of your spine right into the earth. Just feel yourself anchoring into your true place. And bring your awareness now back to your heart. And as it expands, I want you to feel into your beloved I am presence, who is eternal part of your being. And I always see it as this huge being, feminine, like Lady Liberty, that big. And feel yourself just starting to embody this hugeness, this vast magnificence that is the true presence I am, connected to everything. Not less than, not better than, just one with it all. One with Father, Mother, one with the beautiful angelic hosts, one with the beautiful elemental kingdom and all of nature and the mighty Elohim, one with the archangels, one with all of your guides that have been with you since the beginning of time. Your beautiful team of ancestors, let's just call them all in right now to join you as we just lift up into this hugeness and come with me into the fifth dimension, into the temple of the divine feminine heart. This is a beautiful temple of my academy. It is where I bring all my clients. We do every class here. Just allow yourself to come into the heart of Mama. It's crystalline pink with flecks of pure gold. And we're going to bring this question now together and place it on the altar here about personal power. And I want you with me to set an intense expectation of receiving the answer that you need to hear today. And I want you to open yourself up as an oracle, as a channel of the divine knowing within you that is ready to receive this answer. And now we're going to move on beyond this altar into a flame. This is the flame room of this temple. It's beautiful. Just step into the violet flame. It is cool. It is the cosmic cleanser. And just feel it flowing through every single part of your auric field. So we're just going to cleanse our auric field to prepare to come and be in the presence of Mother Mary. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Blaze, blaze, blaze through every little electron of our every cell, of every atom of our entire auric field, our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our etheric body. Transmute all shadow into light, light, light. We release all shadow, all toxic energy right here and now. And I call you, beloved Archangel Michael, to surround each and every one of us whenever we are listening to this in divine protection and light. The only thing that is happening here is the light, is the love, is the will of God. Bring your Excalibur, your sword of truth, and place it right here. The truth is the only thing that is spoken here. And as you are still in that beautiful violet flame, feel it starting to change now into the emerald green. This beautiful emerald green, the ray, the fifth ray of healing, of illumined truth, of abundance, of manifestation. And right in the middle of this flame, I want you to just breathe it in. Just keep breathing it in. See this pure white column of light coming up right in the middle of the flame. It is the ascension flame. It is the flame that is always pulling us higher. And I invite you to just step inside and let this flame lift you up, 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 up. Beloved Mother Mary and your beautiful divine complement, Archangel Raphael, come, come, come. We call you now. We invoke your presence. And Archangel Raphael is the Archangel of healing. And he is absolutely wanting to touch you in the very place that you need healing today. If you are willing, and you always have to bring your willingness to work with anyone on a higher level, just say, yes, please, I'm willing for you to work on every level of my being to heal where it needs to be healed. And now feel your heart just open up to Mother Mary even more. Mother Mary from the lineage of Isis and the beautiful ancient Archangel Mary. Come, beloved, and feel into her presence. Many, many angels with her. The angels of abundance always come with her. There are mighty unicorns here. There are many angels of healing, of manifestation. Oh, beautiful dragons. The entire company of heaven travels with Mother Mary. She has known you since you were conceived in the eternal sense. She was there when you were in the womb of your mother, carefully helping to knit this Christ Buddha presence within your heart, this eternal knowing that you are an I am presence. Just receive this. And with all your conviction, just open your heart even more and feel this river of love moving from you to beloved Mother Mary. And she is doing the same. So feel this grafting of your heart together, this divine union. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. O Sacred Heart of the Mother Flame, hold the Immaculate Vision for us. Holy Mare, Queen of Angels, hear our call for wholeness. Pray for us now in our victory, our perfection, and ascension fulfilled. O mawai, kolala mawayo wa poyo maiawo. E wai kololo matiawo. In kololo mai koryo poyo. I am deeply grateful for your presence here. Thank you, beloved Wendy, for being here today. Thank you for opening this door so many can come into my heart today. I love and adore you. I love and adore each one of you. Feel my embrace. Choma, kilide to chika mawa hiala lukuchamawa. We are deeply grateful to speak about personal power. For this truly is the need of the hour. You are magnificent beings of light. You have come here to remember this. Remember this now, that you are a channel of light. Your body is becoming a light body. That means all of your chakras, many more than the 7 that you may know, are opening up to the full garment of the Buddha Christ, of the Christ Buddha, of the Godness that is your being. You need to take your place, beloved. For your place is one of power. It is one of love. It is one of wisdom. This is the threefold flame of your heart. You were created, yes, with the omnipotence, the omniscience, the omnipresence right here. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to study it. You don't have to work for years to know about it. It is here now, just like electricity. Connect with this part of your presence, with your divine authority. This is where you will always feel your personal power. Not a power that needs to be special, but a power that knows your own preciousness, that knows the gifts that you bring, for your gifts are like none other. And it takes courage to walk as a light being in this world. But that is why you are here, and that is why you are here now in this time of chaos. Do not be a stranger to my heart or to the heart of any ascended one or any archangel. For you have the ability to feel us, to hear us. The chakra that Archangel Raphael and I work in is the third eye. Open this, beloved. Open all of the beautiful, sacred, divine faculties of your being. Everyone is meant to be an oracle. If it is through hearing, if it is through seeing, if it is to feeling it in your body, if it is to be a claircognizant where you just know something, embrace these gifts. Embrace them now. For you are not crazy. You are not just hearing voices. Take the time to set apart a time that you call sacred and begin to listen to the wisdom. Begin to embrace the creative power that is yours. It is all clothed in the Divine Mother's love. For love is the glue that brings it all together. So, beloved, I say to you, be the conduit of divine energy that you came here to be. You are a director of it. You came to direct energy. You came to call the peace of God into a place that knows no peace. You came here to forgive those that don't even know they need forgiveness. You came here to conduct this beautiful harmony of love into the government. You came here to conduct the divine plan into manifestation. And believe me, beloved, right now, even though it may not look like it to you, there is a divine plan in motion. We are holding it, and many of you are catching the ideas. of how to bring in the divine new earth. This portion of it, this dismantling, Humpty Dumpty truly has fallen off the wall. And as this happens, bless it all and see it being transmuted into light. For this is an age of freedom. This is an age of justice. And beloved Saint Germain and Lady Portia are the king and the queen of heaven, the God of freedom, the goddess of justice. There is no way that this divine plan can fail. Trust in it. Trust what you know. Trust what you hear. And believe, beloveds, believe in yourself. This is the most important thing. After you connect with yourself, your beautiful higher presence, your beloved I am, trust what you hear. Trust what you know. And anytime you get a divine urge, we say, move, go. We are with you every step of the way. We will empower you. Just call on our names. They are like our phone numbers. And get to know us. For we already know you intimately. Do not be afraid, but walk in the light of the beloved divine and be courageous with what you know is true. Thank you, beloved Wendy, for this beautiful time together. Thank you, beloved, for the work that you are doing. It is of my heart. For I am always ministering to mothers. I am the cosmic mother. And I love and adore you. Thank you, beloved, for this time. It is finished. And now, beloveds, let's just give thanks to Mother Mary. Thank you, beloved Mother Mary. Thank you, beloved Archangel Raphael, and beloved Archangel Michael, for holding us in that divine protection and light. And now we gently take back our hearts and reclaim our own sovereignty in this healthy relationship. And gently, gently, gently come down. Just see yourself coming back down into this current time and space. Your power center is here. If you need to rub your arms, your legs, just allow yourself to fully acclimate back to planet Earth, into this third dimension. We need you here. Mother Mary always says, we need you here and now, because God definitely needs a body. Thank you. It is done. And so it is. And so it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's so much that's moving through me right now. So I teach a morning class. It's the Sanctuary for Your Soul. Mm-hmm. And I give an inspired message. We meditate. Then I pray out and everybody goes back to their days. And so listening to what Mother Mary said through you, I gave some of that message just this morning. I'm like,
I love it. I love it.
And what I was beginning to say is I prepare before I meet each person in this show, because it's really a sanctuary as well for beauties like yourself to come forward and share something. How powerful what you shared, the singing, the speaking, the divine download. It was so magnificent. And all I could think about, not all so much, but I was thinking about this, entering into this field and receiving. Oh, do you hear those chimes in the back? Did you hear that? To be in this field, to be reminded, re-minded, heartened, opened. I was told to wear this color today.
Yes.
Told, wear this.
Thank you for answering the call, my love. Thank you so much. So beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
Jennifer, for bringing forth this message of hope, healing, and inspiration.
You're so welcome. It's my joy.
Yeah, to just sit in that presence, to sit in that vibration. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
I have to tell you something because I want you to know this.
Okay.
Because the way the temple of the divine feminine heart began was just because we were meeting there, just like you're meeting in your sanctuary over and over again. It is a force field. It becomes a very attractive place for the company of heaven to hang out. So I just wanted to give you that today. It's so beautiful because it is a temple. Your sanctuary is creating a temple. And we were just told this last year in 24 that we had become a portal of light, like a city of light. And we did a whole ceremony around it. And at the Archangel Convergence, which we're going to be doing a week from,
yes,
like in what, 9 days?
Yes,
we
May
are going to
10.
Yeah, Saint Germain has told me that we're going to be going and moving that whole temple. We're moving up through the 6th dimension now. And I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. That is just so great because that's where we get really into unity consciousness, into oneness. And I'm very excited. So have heart and just know every time you have your sanctuary, and you're having this in your beautiful sanctuary too.
Yes.
And we're just adding to the light, and the momentum of light just keeps adding and adding. It doesn't go away because when you're not in the sanctuary, there are attendants that are taking care of that field for you.
I love this work. I love this work. I love how Mother Mary spoke about being that light. I lead a prayer circle on Sundays at 5 p.m. and it's become it's international. And each week I receive the message to share with everyone that's there. And I was aware recently about the rays. I always use this metaphor. Do you remember RKO, that movie company? Their logo was a lighthouse with the rays. I love what Mother Mary was saying about the light. We are the light.
Yes, and that is my whole last book. It's called Expanded Lightbody Meditations because our chakras now are absolutely starting to help us walk in a higher level of light and stay on the planet. So we're starting to operate at a much higher level, and it is amazing. It is amazing to be on the earth and be walking in a light body. Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that. When you were speaking about ascension, I like to tell people you don't need to leave your body to ascend because it's consciousness. that we're speaking of. And the more that we raise our consciousness into this field, the more we can have peace. When you asked me about what topic, peace and personal power were right, like right next to each other, because with personal, we're not talking about ego power. Mm-hmm. Talking about that divine essence power, mm-hmm. Then we can have peace.
Yes. Yes. And we have some chakras that have just appeared like recently. One is the navel chakra, which is brilliant orange, which is our soul family. It's like our beacon to those that we are to be with now. Mm. And it's so fascinating because it's nothing about the ego. And Mother Mary said this really clearly, that when we let go of that need to be special and we step into our preciousness, then we can really give our gifts without even concern of how they're going to be received or what's going to happen with them. But it's just so free. And I've been experiencing this with the groups that I've been with, and it is just so freeing to be there and just to be fully present, even if you're just silent. It doesn't matter. It's just like this beautiful yumminess of sacred community is happening now.
So,
yeah.
I was just writing about that whole concept of special. We're unique. Mm-hmm. Each of us is special. Exactly what you're speaking about. Mm-hmm. I love that preciousness.
Yeah.
Because so much of this gets tainted by the messengers, mm-hmm. who can get caught by the ego. When I did PR years and years and years ago, there was this old joke: don't believe your PR. No, you didn't necessarily. I mean, only when you were really close with a client could you say that to them, because most every client, literally in the years that I did PR, they always wanted to be on the cover of People or Us or Fortune or Rolling Stone or, some New York Times, like that, all on the morning shows. Like, so if you say, don't believe your PR, you're like, okay. But, and I'm so thrilled that you're doing this Archangel Convergence Retreat, May 7 to 10, Boone, North Carolina, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Oh my goddess. That is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so there, I remember when I did the 7 Mighty Elohims. Oops. Hold on. So when I did the 7 Mighty Elohim class with you, and you took us to the temples, mm-hmm. How do you know that that's real?
Well, I love that question because I didn't make any of this up. I love saying this because I've been in a deep study for 15 years of the Bridge to Freedom work, which is also part of the 7 Sacred Flames, that Saint Germain in this time of Aquarius said, forget the music, the mystery schools have been disbanded, and now we were going to give it to the individuals. And so all these writings came through, the discourses came through from several sacred messengers. Talk about channeling. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. And in fact, Guy Ballard used to see the words just printed out like a teleprompter that he was supposed to speak. That was how clear the messages were. And the archangels, the mighty Elohim, the ascended masters, they're volumes, okay, of these messages that have come through. And for some reason, I am still totally fascinated with them. I just want to eat them up still. I'm just still that hungry for them. And so I have gotten to know all these archangels and where their temples are. And the beautiful thing is, I understand now temple is absolutely where they are there's their domiciles, but they are also protecting the rays. There's a ray, there's a very specific purpose for each of those temples. The temples aren't just like, well, this is my home. No, this is the temple of the will of God and international unity. This is the temple of resurrection, which is open right now. So
can you say more about that?
The temple of resurrection is over the Holy Land. Wasn't that amazing? It's going to be open this time for 2 months until the 14th of June. And the resurrection flame, that means that there is a radiation of the resurrection flame, which is the flame that it's a flame of hope. It is the flame that absolutely disintegrates all that is dead and inactive and stagnated and even in the cells of our body. That it goes down to the minuscule parts of our body, but also just think of it radiating everywhere. It's the same thing that same flame Jesus used and many others have used to actually resurrect the body from the dead. Okay, so just think of anything that's dead coming to life.
And so what can people do? How can they?
I am the resurrection. All you have to do is say, I am. Okay, I am is your magic words that activate the divine authority. I am the resurrection and the light of perfection. As my business, as my marriage, as my relationship with my son. I mean, you can go on, you can say it for anything. As my perfect hearing and sight. I am the resurrection and the life of my perfect health in this body. You can use it for anything. Beautiful. And every time you use it, you're activating it also for everyone else in the world. So it's so powerful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Oof. So great.
So this archangel convergence, I have to say, we have finally passed the 51% of holding our own light frequency. This is very good news because that means that we're going to be the earth is coming out of quarantine. And that's why these divine partnerships are so important. And that is a specific reason for this retreat. We are absolutely opening up to be the channels for a new level of communication, just what we've been talking about. Same thing we've been talking about all day. That's what we're going to be doing. And if you can be there, great. If you're called to be there, great. If you're not called to be there, we're going to be doing it for you anyway.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm going to make sure everybody has that link because that, to me, that is, so fascinating because it's such a potent time to be doing it with everything that is there's all these different events that are happening at that particular time. And I am convinced and certain that you picked this, that you were guided to pick these dates and this location. So
beautiful.
Oh, in that area.
It's at the Art of Living Retreat Center, which is, Ram Dass has his retreats there. Krishna Das has his kirtans there. I mean, it's just like, it's going to be filled with other activities, and we're going to be there opening up the portal of light for the archangels to converge. I'm just very excited about it all.
It's just, it sounds incredible.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It sounds amazing. Amazing. More on that at another time, but that is so exciting. So I know that you have also the new rosary workshop. So that's after you come back, you begin the new rosary workshop.
We always do that every spring on our the Lady of Guadalupe. We're going to do, that's the day she is celebrated. And I just teach a real basic workshop on how to use the rosary, which looks a lot like a Catholic rosary. But I always tell everybody, the cross doesn't mean that much to me. So I have Om. I have is this Om or is it peace? Peace. So anything that would work on the bottom of your rosary. Right. But I actually teach you a new way to do the rosary that's very empowering, especially if you're looking for a way to pray. That, when I started using this, it definitely healed my family. It has opened up my world of abundance and gives me the courage that I need to do what's mine to do. So we use it with affirmations. There's 5 different segments on here. They're called decades. And so we use each one for a really specific purpose. And I take it on my walks, so I'm praying, and I feel, when I come back, I feel so complete. I feel like, oh my God, I prayed for everybody. I'm good now. Yeah. So I teach everybody how to do that. And it's also the opening of our Mother Mary Healing Circle, which goes on for another a couple of months, which will change your life, will heal you places that you don't even know you need to be healed. So
Yeah.
it's really, yeah.
Thank you for that. I just have to sit in that for a moment, because I've always felt very, very connected to Yeshua. I'm very connected to him, and by extension, Mary Magdalene.
Mm-hmm.
And I have also been in this expanded, like, opening place toward Mother Mary. So hearing and feeling and sensing this, I had a really powerful experience years and years ago. I was sitting in the sanctuary at Agape, and I was new to Agape. And when I first moved to Los Angeles from Manhattan, where I had lived for many years, I moved, and my idea was I was going to do work doing readings. I got certified as a hypnotherapist. I did, these intuitive, readings. Long story short, I was sitting in the back of the sanctuary, couple of rows from, remember, in the back, they had like Dalai Lama and Buddha and all of the great master teachers in the back on the wall. And I just had this moment where Yeshua and Mary came to me, and I was, of course, going, is this really happening? Is this like really happening? And they spoke to me and said that my work, an aspect of my work, was about the mystical marriage of the feminine and the masculine, of what they also were teaching people, because he brought forth the teaching, and she continues, even though we know he's around and all of that. And then we have Mother Mary, who said yes to being this vehicle through which he came through.
Yes. Yes. And the story about how she became the mother of Jesus is just fascinating, because she had to go through an initiation in order to be chosen. And her only job was to hold the perfection, or she calls it the immaculate concept for Yeshua.
Right.
And that's what allowed him to fulfill his mission. And they're still working together.
Yeah.
In fact, they are the two hierarchs at this Temple of Resurrection. They still work together, because after she held the immaculate concept, this is the amazing part of the story. And I know we've got to go soon, but
I know. Yeah. Just a few more. Yes.
I love this part of the story, because he actually did hang on the cross, because he had a karmic debt that he wanted to take care of for mankind. That's what he was doing. He was doing some major work to clear the field for all of us, right?
Yeah.
And she knew, and all of his disciples just like left. They were like, oh, we don't know him, but she stayed there with John the Beloved and Mary Magdalene. And she held this space for him, knowing that he was going to be able to use what he knew to resurrect, for 3 hours and then 3 days.
Yeah.
While he was going through the whole process, which we celebrate now as Easter. When she finished those 3 days, she got her next divine assignment, which was to be the cosmic mother. Now she was going to hold that beautiful immaculate concept for all of us. And that's what she does now. And it's such a great thing for mamas to hear this, because what we do, and we think we're just doing, chopping wood and carrying water stuff, we are actually working on our next divine assignment, always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever we're doing, we are, it's not wasted at all. It's part of it all. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, Jen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm still getting used to calling you Reverend Wendy, because I've known you so long.
That's okay. Yeah.
I love you. You're so beautiful, and I love the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for letting me come on and inviting Mother Mary to speak with us. This is so beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. What an extraordinary treat for everyone. And for me, I'm really grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so moved that I don't really have a lot of words, except I'm so grateful.
I understand.
Right? And I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Right?
Yeah, don't you? You can become a babbling fool for love. I love it.
Yes.
Me too.
So you have these events, and what I'm going to do is make sure that they are in the show notes, and also ways in which people can connect with you.
Beautiful.
Do you want to let people know how they can connect with you?
Yes, I'll get, there's going to be one connection there to the Academy, and just come, and there's a free gift for everybody there. And I'll send you that link too, because I want to make sure you put that. But it's a beautiful light code download of your abundance light with Mother Mary. It's just another beautiful meditation with her. And that puts you right on my list, so you'll get abreast of everything, and never feel shy about sending me an email and asking me any question, because I love it. That's what I'm here for.
You are. You're such a beautiful teacher.
Thank you, beloved.
And channel, thank you. And your music, it's and I loved listening to you, the light language that you were singing and speaking.
There's a whole album of that now, Wendy. It's called Opulence. It's just, I'm going to do another one very soon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to do another one very soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your yes.
Thank you, beloved.
Thank you for your yes.
You're so welcome.
Okay. Well, everyone, this has been quite an extraordinary afternoon together, whether you're in the morning or the afternoon, the evening. It's been quite an afternoon. It's been quite an opening. Jennifer, don't go away. But I just want to say to all of you to please remember that you are a powerful force for good in the world. You are going to receive this recording if you are on my email list. So if you're not on my email list, you can go to wendy@wendysilvers.com and you can join the email list. You can also go to all the platforms where the podcasts are delivered. And I invite you to really go to Jennifer's Angels Ascension Academy. And I may have not said that exactly accurate, but you will have the link in the liner notes. Join and do this, move into this frequency, because if there's anything I know at this particular time, it's for each and every person to remember that you are powerful beyond measure and loved beyond description, and that you have everything you need already within you to go forward and make manifest a world that is kind and just for the women, for the children, for families, for all. I will see you at the next awaken. Peace and richest blessings. Bye for now.